Okay. Entiendo. Let's see, I'm going to start with attendance. Where is attendance? Over here. Uticalpa. Let's see. Ana Molina. Nope. Okay. Bessie Vaca. I think
Present.
were the first one. Yes, thank you. Cristian Hernández.
Present.
Thank you. Jimena Asfura
Present.
and Reina Álvarez. No, Reina. Okay, let's see. Alicia Castillo.
Present, Miss.
Thank you. Diana Oliva.
Present, Miss.
Thank you. Here. Dunia Padilla.
Present, Miss.
Thank you. Glading Erazo.
Present, Miss.
Carla Eufragio.
Present, Miss.
Thank you. Carla George, I see you. Katy
Present,
Celaya.
Miss.
Nata Celaya is not in the class. Samantha Martínez.
Present, Miss.
Y Zaida Ávila. Rebeca Sacasa.
Present.
Stephanie Ochoa.
Present, Miss.
Stephanie se usa su primer nombre. Es difícil localizarla. Primer nombre, primer apellido, por favor. Jennifer Acosta.
Present.
Ujú. Y Vivian Puerto.
Present, Miss.
Yes, I see. Zaida Ávila. No. Ana Molina. Reina Álvarez. Okay, let's see. Lesbia. Lesbia Burgos.
Present, Miss.
Okay. Y Edwin Carvajal.
Present, Miss.
Thank you. Let's move on. Jocelyn Cruz.
Present.
Josué Estrada.
Present, Miss.
¿Dónde está Josué Estrada? Again, Josué, please. Josué.
Present, Miss.
Ahí está, ahí sí. Hay un iPhone sin nombre. No sé quién es iPhone. Please use your name. Kenneth Frederick.
Present.
Ajá. Génesis Romero.
Present, Miss.
Cristel Suárez.
Present.
Keren Elvir. No. Francis Duarte.
Present.
Mm. Mario Díaz. Mario Díaz. No. And the last one. Ana Palma.
Present, Miss.
See you. Cindy Lazo.
Present.
Catherine Durón.
Present, Miss.
Okay. Frank Flores.
Present.
Ajá. Jasmine Pavón. She said something right. No. Karen Solórzano. No. Natalie Elvir.
Present.
Sandra Núñez.
Present.
Yes. Aminta García.
Present, Miss.
Ajá. Jimmy Osorto.
Present.
Where are you? Yes, there you are. Rosy García. Rosy García. And Nicoles Mendoza.
Present, Miss.
Yeah, there you are. ¿Alguien faltó? Is missing. Somebody's missing. Son 31. We're missing 8 of you. Okay. Let me see something in here. Somebody's writing something. Is anybody waiting? No, nadie está esperando. I don't know. Molina. Okay. As you know, we discussed the syllabus, and today we have our first oral exam. And before that, we are going to discuss some topics. You know, you are a lot of people in here. I got 39 of you, so I need sometimes some time to talk to every one of you. So we are going to have a short version of the class today, and then we are going to start with the exam because you are a lot of. If I start at 10, we are going to finish like 1 or 2, I don't know. So we are going to start early. But first, we are going to have some review. You remember we have been discussing or learning or talking about the present perfect tense, and today you're going to need some information to answer the questions that I'm going to ask you while the oral exam. So we are going to start with some. Wait a minute, please. Okay, I see you, Yasmin Pavon. Welcome. Let me see what I have the videos. So we are going to start with this one. Please pay attention. You can take notes if you need, if you want to know how to use them. Present perfect, and then we are going to discuss what they say. I think it's this one. Okay, let me know if it's the sound is okay. My God. Aquí está.
ESL Library.
Do you hear that? It's okay?
Yes, Miss.
Okay. But a minute, I think someone is waiting. Yes. Okay.
Present perfect. What are verb tenses? Verb tenses show if an action takes place in the past, present, or future. The present perfect is a verb tense. We use the present perfect tense for two reasons. The present perfect can show a finished past action. It doesn't show when this action took place. For example, I have been to Australia. The present perfect can also show a continuing action. It shows an action that started in the past and continues to the present. This action might continue into the future too. For example, I have lived in Toronto for 2 years. The present perfect is formed with the auxiliary verb have and the past participle form of the main verb. Have changes forms depending on the subject.
Do we have clear what is the subject? ¿Tenemos claro cuál es el sujeto? Porque dijo que vamos a usar have or has depending on the subject. Anybody?
The subject is I, you, he, she.
Perfect. It's the pronoun that we were going to use, right? It is related with the third person. You already know that. With the third person, we use has, that it's only he, she, it. That's it. He, she, it uses has. And then the other one, I, you, we, they use have, right? Okay, continue.
I have finished my homework. She has worked at this office for 12 years. My friends have seen that movie.
You see, they say that we have two situations to use when we can use the present perfect for something they already passed, but we don't know when happened. Like this sentence in here, my friends have seen that movie. They already did it, but we don't know when. And something else, it's when something started in the past and it is still going on.
With regular verbs, we use the verb plus ed to form the past participle. For example, the past participle of the verb walk is walked. With irregular verbs, the past participle changes into a different form. We do not use ed. For example, the past participle of the verb eat is eaten. Here are some examples of irregular verbs in their base form, past form, and past participle form. Listen and repeat. Be, was or were, been.
You see, we have three different forms of the same verb. This is the original form, be, was, were is in the simple past, and been is the past participle. Which one do we use when we talk about the present perfect? ¿Cuál de las tres usamos cuando hablamos de el present perfect?
Past participle. Been.
Exactly, been, in this case, been. So you are not allowed to say, I have was, or I have were. No, that it's incorrect. Or I have be. It's I have been, or she has been. Was is for the third person, where the other ones, the other pronouns. And been, we use for all of them. Okay.
Do, did, done.
Done, done. The same, it is right, and it is the same pronunciation, done. You don't say done, because you have an E here. You say done.
Drink, drank, drunk.
Drunk.
Eat, ate,
Eaten.
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 Go, went, gone. Have, had, had.
You see in here, this is the auxiliary verb, right? So we have the same here. In the past, we say had. In the past participle, we say had too. So it depends on what you are talking. So you use the auxiliary here. And you said, I have had. Because you are using this as an auxiliary and then this one as an participle. So you can say, I have had.
Run, ran, run. Say, said, said. Sleep, slept, slept. Write, wrote, written. He has eaten breakfast. We have had a dog for 8 years. My best friend has moved to another city. Look at the picture and say or write a present perfect sentence. For example,
Anybody here? So for practice, I, and when you have the verb here in parentheses, you know that this is the one that you are going to use. So using the present perfect, which is the right answer for this sentence? Let's see, Nicole's.
I live in Australia all my life.
Are you using an auxiliary verb? I didn't get it. Use a full sentence or without contraction, I think. Nicole's. Remember, you don't have here the auxiliary verb, but you have to use it. So we already said that the auxiliary verb for present perfect is have or has. So you have to use it to complete a sentence.
I have lived.
That is right. With the D at the end, right? Lived. I have lived in Australia all my life.
I have lived in Australia
You see?
all my life. Now you try.
What about this one? Josué Estrada.
He has had a dog for 5 years.
He has is right, but what is the past participle of have?
Have.
Can you spell it for me, please?
em, con D al final.
Had. So it's had. He
Have.
has had. Yes, have.
He has had.
Can you tell the difference? You say have in the present, have with the B at the end. Then you say had with D, had. So he has had a dog for 5 years. You see, it's something that started in the past and he already have, he still have the dog, you know? So that is right. He has had. Because we have a third person here, we use has, no have. That is right, Josue. You see, had. Let's see, Aminta. Verb is move. Aminta, are you there? Aminta Garcia. Vivian Puerto. Hello.
Being.
What did you say, Aminta? It's a complete sentence. You need an auxiliary verb here and then this.
We has.
Mm-hmm.
Moved.
Bessie, you wanted to say something?
We have moved to another country.
That is right. We have, no has. Has is just for the third person. We have moved. In this case, you use the D. You see, move is in the present, move. In the past, you say moved. You can hear the difference. Move, moved. We have moved. Thank you. Toronto. What about this one, Glady? I saw you somewhere. Glade Bing, I think. Jimena Funa. Come in.
She have been to Toronto.
Kind of.
She has been to
Yes,
Toronto.
you are right. She has. Third person and be, it's been. Perfect. She has been. Toronto is in Canada. Mhm. What about this one? Eat. The verb is eat. Natalie.
They have eating. Bueno, se
Eaten.
deletrean E-A-T-E-N.
Yes, that is perfect. Eaten. They have eaten an entire pizza sometime in the past. We don't know when, but it happened in the past. They have eaten. You see, perfect. That this is an irregular verb, so that's why. I think we are finishing here. We can say this about you, Alicia Castillo. The student, just one student. Tell us, Alicia.
They student have.
The student is only one. So that is a third person. So you use have, has, had. Which one? Ajá.
El último, Miss. No sé cómo pronunciarlo.
Have, we have. It's the auxiliary, or has. Which one?
They student have in had. They test it.
But we need to use this verb, finish. Jimmy Osorto. What do you think?
The student has finished the test.
So it's only you use like a T at the end, finished. You don't say finish it, finished. The student has finished the test. You see, in the normal form, you say finish at the end. And then when we use it in the past, we say finished at the end.
Okay, Miss, thank you.
but you are right. The student has, because we are talking about only one student. If we have students here with an S, that is plural, so we have use. We use have, sorry. And I think we have a last one. Has finished.
Thanks for watching.
And that's it. You see, for a review, this is how you have to answer using the present perfect. Does anybody have a question or something to say about this one? Because we are going to use this kind of examples of question while we are going to take the oral exam. So, preguntas, comments, something? Anybody?
Cuando el verbo es regular, termina en ed, así como finish en la otra forma y en presente perfecto es finished con
Es
T al final.
correcto.
Pero cuando es verbo irregular, sería, por ejemplo, eaten con N al final.
Para los verbos irregulares no hay una fórmula, no hay una regla. Hay que memorizarlos, porque con los regulares tenemos esa regla que solo le agregamos ed at the end, and we have the simple past or the simple participle, the past participle, and that's it. And la diferencia va a ser en la pronunciation. Some of them you pronounce the end ed at the end. Some of them sounds like t, like finish, finished, or move, moved, d at the end. But with the irregular verbs, you have to memorize them. Like we have the example eat in present, ate in simple past, and eaten in the past participle. Sí. So, you are right, Jimena. Los regulares solo con ed y las pronunciaciones son las diferentes. Y los irregulares hay que aprendérselos de memoria, que no son muchos, pero sí son like a list.
Sí, son menos que los regulares.
Correcto. So,
Pero a
lo
veces
que tienen
también
que saber cuál
depende.
es, qué tipo de verbo es el que están trabajando, si es regular o irregular. Por ejemplo, love or leave or move, regular verbs. But run, eat, write, they are irregular. So, okay, thank you, Jimena. We're going to move on with some material for today's lesson. We have here, let me see. We are still working with the unit 2 that it's related with, it says going to the movies, and we need to learn how to describe or recommend movies. Sometimes we see a movie and then we want to talk about it, to let our family or friends or coworker, classmates to know about it. So we have some phrases or words that we can use to describe this movie that we saw. We are going to listen to some vocabulary here. And
Read and listen.
Funny,
funny,
Hilarious.
silly,
Boring.
weird,
Unforgettable.
romantic,
Thought-provoking.
violent,
you see, we have here the word and what it means. For example, something that it's funny. Funny, it's something that makes you laugh. For example, last week we were talking about movie genres. So we have comedy. When we are watching a comedy or a movie, it if something is funny because it makes us laugh. Hilarious. It's very, very funny. Something that it's beyond that, like Jim Carrey or Adam Sandler when they are performing. Some of their scenes are hilarious. Then we have silly, not serious, almost stupid, like Dumb and Dumber movie, or I don't know. They are like son como niños, something like that. They have silly scenes there. Then we have boring, something boring, it's not interesting. Maybe historical movies sometimes can be boring, like Oppenheimer. I don't know, I haven't seen it, but it is 3 hours, so it can get boring any time during the movie. Something weird, it is very strange or unusual in a negative way, like Strange Things or Alien versus no sé qué. Hay una película sobre Alien, I don't remember, but something coming from the space that it's not funny. Then we have something unforgettable, something that you are going to remember, as we have the scene from Titanic, from Leo, what was his name? Rose and Jack. We will never forget that scene, and we say Jack could fit in the door. That is something unforgettable. Romantic, it's related with the love, like the Notebook. Thought-provoking, something that makes you think, like the slavery or a political movie. And something violent, bloody. We already saw that word last class, with a lot of fighting and killing, like fighting. The transporter, you say, somebody said. So we are going to repeat all of them. So you have adjectives to describe movies. So these are words that you can use when you want to say something about a movie that you saw. So we are going to repeat them.
Now listen again and repeat.
Funny.
Hilarious.
Hilarious.
Silly.
Silly.
Boring.
Boring.
Weird.
Unforgettable.
Romantic.
Thought-provoking.
Violent.
Okay, now we are going to work in pairs. Before that, hoy tenemos el examen oral, lo dije al principio. So, any of you have any problem, please solve it, resuélvanlo ahora, porque el que no tengan luz, se pueden mover a otro lugar. Solo son 5, demasiado sería, ¿no? Más de 5 minutos cada uno es demasiado. Solo son 5 minutos que tienen que estar en su examen oral. Entonces, por favor, si tienen desafíos ahora mismo, resuélvanlos antes de que empecemos el examen. Okay, we are going to work in pairs. No, again, no. Let me see. Hmm. So, write the title of a movie for each adjective, then tell your partner about your choices. So I'm going to give you some times to work in pairs in the small groups, and you are going to do this. We have a funny movie, hilarious. I already said what every word of this means, so you can choose a title, a different title, maybe Aminta has seen a movie and Christian has seen another one, and they both are funny. So or you can agree that on the same movie. We are going to sala de grupos pequeños. So go ahead and work in pairs so you can complete this chart. 33. We are going to work like in 3, I think. Or 4. Okay, you can go now. Wow. I'm going to move. Right there. No, not yet. Cindy, Karen, Frank, Francis, are you there? Cindy, why you're not in your group yet? Cindy, are you there? So I'm going to move you to the waiting room because you're not in class, right? Cindy? Gosh. Anybody alone? No, anybody is alone. Anna? Anna, are you there? That's what I thought. Yeah.
Hola, Miss.
Hola.
Ingreso ahorita porque no tenía energía y la señal estaba mala. Soy Ana Molina, de Cruz
Ya,
Juticalpa.
sí, ya la moví a una sala y no se fue.
Sí, ahorita.
Why not? Okay,
Thank you.
okay. So, so, Okay, are you all coming? Did you all come back? I think you did. Okay, we are going to work on some listening, but first we are going to listen some of you about the movies that you talk. Let's see, Samantha. What did you discuss while working?
Con Glaving.
Ajá, ¿qué conversaron? Cuéntenos.
Bueno, Funny Move. Yo tengo que Shrek 2.
Go ahead. Mhm. Ajá, funny movie, Shrek 2. What else? Gosh. Samantha? Blaming. Were you raising your hand? Samantha, did we lose you?
Oh, I am funny movie is los tuyos, los míos y los nuestros.
Ajá.
Y ese movie, no sé cómo dice, Hilarious,
Hilarious movie.
Hilarious movie
Ajá.
y Two, no, dos se llama.
Solo 2. No
Sí.
la he oído. Es súper
Y-
cómica.
Ajá, de que
Eso
dan.
es hilarious. Ajá.
Y los tres
Silly movie.
chiflados, así en movie.
Yes.
Y mi compañera puso, no tengo el de ella.
A
Que
boring movie.
boring movie, no pensé, no se me venía ninguna vez.
Ajá.
Le puse rara, y weird movie, ¿cómo dice rara?
Weird. Weird
Weird,
movie. Ajá.
weird movie is el velo de la novia.
No la he visto. Ok. Unforgettable movie.
Is yo antes de ti.
Mhm. It's a
Y
drama.
las romantic movies, Orgullo y Prejuicio.
Mhm. It's a novel. A
Y
thought-provoking movie. Thought.
la, la falla de San Andrés y a Violet Movie y Zombies.
La falla San Andrés is a thought-provoking movie. Why? ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué sería la falla de Andrés? San
En
Andrés.
pensar,
Ajá. Thought-provoking movie.
porque científicamente está comprobado que existe esa falla. Entonces, ¿qué
Ah,
podría pasar si realmente
ujú.
esa falla se abriera? Entonces, la película nos relata algo como, uh, no es tan
Común,
ficción.
¿verdad? Sí, ajá, no es tan ficcional, puede suceder como estamos maltratando el planeta. Y a violent movie, you said?
Zombies.
Zombies. Alguna de los zombies, sí. Any. Cualquier película de los zombies es violenta. You are right. Porque eh, hay videos, me preguntaban unos niños, cuando un zombie muere, ¿es un muerto más o un muerto menos? Ya está muerto el zombie, right? Entonces, los zombies siempre los están matando. Es muy violento. Thank you, Glavy.
You're welcome.
You are right. Sí, son títulos apropiados para para cada película que dijo, cada movie. Estos son apropiados, ¿verdad? Entonces, tenemos el adjective and then the movie, entonces podemos decir, ¿verdad? Una funny movie, no diría yo que es The Notebook, el diario de una pasión, no es una funny movie porque no es para divertirse, es una drama movie. So, tenemos que utilizar el adjetivo correcto para describir la película, ¿verdad? Describe the movie. Conste que lo que es aburrido para unos, para otros no, ¿verdad? Por eso ponía el ejemplo de Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer is a 3 hours movie, but some people can find it interesting because it's something from real life, a story from real life. But some people can find it boring, like Interstellar. Interstellar, it's a very long movie too, like almost 3 hours, I think. And it can be boring for some people, and some others can find it interesting because of the topic and the future and all this uh, uh, traveling around the planets and so on, right? Somebody else, alguien más que quiera compartir?
Miss, my group,
Yes, you are?
a
Catherine.
hilarious, Catherine, a
Okay.
hilarious movie.
Ajá.
The iPhone movie,
A
no,
funny
perdón, me
movie.
equivoqué.
Ajá.
A hilarious movie, Madagascar. Madagascar.
Madagascar, hilarious.
Ajá.
It can be, yes. Quiero mover el bote.
iPhone, yes, iPhone movie,
Funny, funny.
iPhone movie, The Lost Land,
The Lost Land. I don't know
El
that
Mundo
one.
Perdido.
No la he visto esa, pero divertida esa.
Yes, sí.
Okay, I haven't seen it. Ajá. A silly movie.
A silly movie, The Three Stooges. Chiflados, no sé cómo dicen los tres
Yes,
chiflados.
yes, yes. That is a silly movie.
¿Cómo se dice? The Three
I don't know,
Stooges,
No,
Stooges,
solo
chiflados.
hay nombres que no se traducen textualmente para América Latina, así
Entonces
son
sería
los tres chiflados.
The Three Full, entonces. Die
We
Three.
have Dumb and Dumber, like tonto y más tonto, right? We have Dumb and Dumber, but los chiflados, I don't know. Solo sé que son los tres chiflados. Pero
Ok,
tienen un nombre específico, entonces no se lo puede cambiar uno, aunque no es de traducirlo directamente, sino que es de acuerdo al nombre. But I get it, that is a silly movie. What about a boring movie?
ok. Eh, ellos irían con la otra parte, nos dividimos.
Ajá. Who else? ¿Quién más estaba con usted?
Yo, Miss.
Okay, go ahead, Frederick.
Well, a funny, hilarious, and silly movie. Tengo scary movie. It's like comedy, but very amateur. So, usted la mira y es como que muy exagerada. Entonces,
No,
es
it's
tan
not as
exagerada que
scary.
usted es tan malo que es buena la película, de lo mala que es.
They say hay películas de ese tipo como Madame Web, dicen.
Bueno,
Ajá.
boring movie, puse The Lord of the Rings,
Oh
la
my God,
saga en
yes,
general,
you are right. I agree.
la saga en general.
Estoy de acuerdo. I agree. Ajá.
Um, a weird movie, pues tengo Terrifier 1 y la 2 también,
I don't know
porque
which one is that. No sé cuál es esa.
es una película casi igual que la Scary Movie, pero esta nada que ver con comedia. Esta sí es muy
Weird, rara.
weird and
Ajá.
violent
Okay.
because the deaths, o sea, todas las muertes que muestran ahí son muy gráficas, exageradas
Ay,
y violentas.
okay.
Usted queda como, uy.
Mejor no. Thank you.
Unforgettable, una muy obvia que es The Lion King.
Yes, I agree. Ajá.
Romantic, Titanic, it's like typical.
Armageddon
Eh,
too, right? Armageddon, it's a romantic movie.
yeah, y Took thought-provoking,
thought-provoking.
I don't know. O sea, yo entendí que son las películas que como lo dejan pensando a uno,
Ajá. For example,
pero
the
no sé,
Schindler's List, la lista de Schindler,
no
o
la he
El
visto.
niño a la pijama de rayas, o
No la he visto. No,
ah,
así
son de
solo
historia.
la verdad, no, la verdad es que cuando veo una película así muy extrema, lo único que quedo pensando es como, ¿qué estaba pensando el director cuando hizo esto? Y ya.
Inception también lo deja pensando a uno. En español, ¿cómo se llama Inception? De Leonardo DiCaprio. Lo
Sí,
deja
sí.
pensando a uno si será posible que esas cosas pasen. A veces no hacen una Inception, nos plantan una idea a alguien más, pero no así como se ve en la movie, ¿verdad? Ok, en
Yes.
Violent Movie.
I have the third one too,
Ok,
because for-
el origen es de Inception, me acordé. El origen en español lo deja pensando.
yo solo me acordé por DiCaprio, la verdad, y más o
Ajá,
menos entendí la trama que
O
usted.
no mires
ajá.
arriba también, Lee.
¿Cómo dice?
O no mires arriba.
No mires arriba. Which one? ¿Cuál es
Es
esa?
de Leonardo DiCaprio.
No
Exacto.
mires.
Está
¿Cuál?
Jennifer Lawrence también.
No mires arriba de Leonardo DiCaprio. ¿Qué es eso? ¿Cómo se llama en inglés?
Don't Look Up.
No es esa película. Weird, porque Leonardo DiCaprio es muy famoso. Es fácil saberla de no mires arriba. No me la sé.
Sí, está como rara. Es casi mente hace poco
2021
como que
dice.
la hicieron.
2021 dice. No mires arriba en España. Weird. Nada más. Es que dice mi esposo que a veces esas películas son porque se ocupa dinero.
No
Son
son muy
películas que
famosos, como
no
decís.
son buenísimas, no son famosas, pero
No tiene mucha
ocupaban,
taquilla.
ocupaban el dinero del actor, va. Entonces a ellos les pagan. Ya si la película pega o no es otra cosa. Ni sabía que existía eso. Aquí estoy viendo. Hijo, dice presupuesto 75 millones, 75 y recaudación solo ni $800,000. ¿Cómo es posible ese suceso? Bueno, weird. Ok, vamos a investigar sobre eso. So, as you can see, we can use all these adjectives and so many more to describe a movie. We can say interesting, we can say exciting, we can say, what else? Good, bad. So you can use these words to describe a movie because of the topic. Okay, we are going to move on. We are going now. Thank you, all of you that participated. Now we are going to work on listening, some listening exercises. So we are going to listen here, listen to infer. Listen carefully to each movie review based on the reviewer's opinion. We are going to hear a reviewer opinion and circle one or more adjectives to describe. No, wait a minute. The first one was the other one. Let me see. Yes, A, B, C. A, B, C, D, E, S, E. And now. The A, listen for main ideas. Listen to the movie reviewer, write a check next to the movies he recommends and write an X next to the ones he doesn't. We are going to hear somebody talking about these 4 movies and we are going to decide if he recommends it or not. So I think it's this one.
Listen to the movie reviewer. Write a check next to the movies he recommends, and write an X next to the ones he doesn't.
Good evening, movie lovers. This is Cinema Sid with quickie reviews and recommendations. Here are some of this week's openings. First up is Popcorn, a new comedy starring David Bodine and Judy Crabb. Unfortunately, Popcorn is a complete waste of time. The acting is terrible. The story's not at all interesting. As a matter of fact, I can't remember much about it, except that it was very strange. And for a movie that's supposed to be funny, it's not. You'll cry, not laugh, at spending your money on this silly, unfunny comedy, but with the usually very funny David Bodine. Our next film.
Okay, what do you think? He's recommending or he didn't like this movie, Popcorn, as you heard?
He is very, very bad.
Yes, right. He's not recommending this movie. He said it is silly and you're wasting your time. So he's saying we shouldn't go to see Popcorn. Let's hear about The Vacation.
Film, The Vacation, is a well-acted and serious drama. Gene Wildman and Amy Collins play a couple who meet and fall in love, then travel to Rwanda on an innocent vacation. War breaks out, and you don't know till the end if they'll manage to get on the last plane to leave. An intelligent and interesting story. I highly recommend this wonderful film. There's some blood, so if you can't stand fighting or killing, it is a war film after all, don't see it. But if you like a good story you won't forget, this one's for you.
What about The Vacation? What did he say? Should we see it, watch it or not?
Yes, it's a wonderful film.
He said it depending on your preferences, right? But he said it's okay to watch it. He liked it, at least. Okay, next one.
Also reviewed this week is Aquamundo. Aquamundo is no science fiction film. It's based on real scientific research. Filmmaker Hans Schmerling shows the many medical uses of water around the world, from the underwater births of the Sheldrake Islanders to the water cures in Swiss hospitals. Schmerling shows how water can heal the world. While many people may think it's a silly idea, the film argues that it can actually happen. It makes you think about the importance of water. A beautiful film. Don't miss it.
What about Aquamundo? What did he say? It was related with the San Andrea example that the Glading, I think, gave, right? He said, this is a thought-provoking movie. What else did he say? Should we watch it or not?
Yes, it's recommended.
He's recommending that the movie, right? And he is also telling us that we should think about the water and how we are using it, right? And the last one.
Finally, our last film this week is Wolf Babies. Whatever you do, don't take the kids to see this movie. They won't sleep for a week after they see this terrible story about human children captured by wolves. After they capture the children, these animals take them into the woods and change them forever. Then, when the children return to their families, they hunt younger children and capture them for the wolves. Adults will find the story stupid, but children won't forget these bloody, scary scenes for a long time.
And that's the last one. As you can hear, he uses a lot of the vocabulary that we've been using. So when you want to describe a movie, you can use this vocabulary or words, depending on the movie that you want. And Wolf Babies, what did he say? Should we watch it or not? A ver, Ana Molina, what do you think? Should we watch it? Weird. Es raro que a veces digo un nombre y solo se desconecta inmediatamente el internet. Fran Flores, what do you think?
Excuse me?
What do you think about Wolf Baby? What did he say?
Recommended. Recommend.
O, for whom? ¿La recomendó para quién?
Ahí
Are you
sí no lo
sure?
entendí.
Are you sure? Let's see, somebody's coming. He said it's not for children. He said los adultos pueden verla, no verla, but he said not for children because Wolf Babies is really, it's like a scary movie for children. So he said not recommended. Let's see the next one. We are going to listen for comprehension. It says, listen carefully to each movie review, and we are going to decide if they are, this one, for example, popcorn, it's weird, funny, or boring, and so on. We have a different adjectives here, right? So we are going to infer what he's talking about.
Listen carefully to each movie review again. Based on the reviewer's opinion, circle one or more adjectives to describe each movie.
Good evening, movie lovers. This is Cinema Sid with quickie reviews and recommendations. Here are some of this week's openings. First up is Popcorn, a new comedy starring David Bodine and Judy Crabb. Unfortunately, Popcorn is a complete waste of time. The acting is terrible. The story's not at all interesting. As a matter of fact, I can't remember much about it, except that it was very strange. And for a movie that's supposed to be funny, it's not. You'll cry, not laugh, at spending your money on this silly, unfunny comedy, but with the usually very funny David Bodine. Our next film.
Let's see, Rebecca, what do you think? Popcorn, it's weird, funny, boring. What else? As he said. Rebecca Sacasa, are you there?
Pueden volverlo a poner, Miss.
It's kind of large, so pay attention. Bessie Flores. It takes some time to listen again. Bessie Flores, are you there? Gosh. Están ahí. Hello, some people. Están conectados. Estamos en clase. Bessie? Okay, go to the waiting room. Supongo que no está. Jimena,
Yes, miss.
what do you think? As he said, popcorn is weird, funny, boring.
Puedo ayudar.
Go ahead.
Number one, popcorn.
Uh-huh.
Um,
He said it's what?
popcorn. Worry.
Weird. He
Weird.
said weird.
Sorry.
Weird.
Weird.
Weird, it's a synonym for strange. What else?
The funny.
He said unfunny. Unfunny, it's the opposite of funny or a synonym for boring. So this popcorn movie, it's weird and it's boring. And he says, don't waste your time. Don't watch it. Okay, let's listen to the next one. Pay attention because we don't have too much time. So
Miss,
listen to
any
the,
question?
Jimmy, go ahead. Tell me.
You give points for participating.
Yes, that is in the syllabus. And I'm taking notes. So it's okay.
Thank you.
If I don't call you, but you know something, you can go and say something. Thank you, Jimmy. Okay, the next one, vacation.
Film, The Vacation, is a well-acted and serious drama. Gene Wildman and Amy Collins play a couple who meet and fall in love, then travel to Rwanda on an innocent vacation. War breaks out, and you don't know till the end if they'll manage to get on the last plane to leave. An intelligent and interesting story. I highly recommend this wonderful film. There's some blood, so if you can't stand fighting or killing, it is a war film after all, don't see it. But if you like a good story you won't forget, this one's for you. Also,
Okay, what about the vacation? What did he say? We have these adjectives here: romantic, violent, unforgettable. Rebecca, now, are you ready?
Number 2, the vacation. And for, la última, forgettable.
Unforgettable. He said that is an unforgettable story. What else did he say? ¿Qué más dijo? Can we use romantic and violent? What do you think?
Romantic.
He said that it's a romantic movie. It's a love story, so it's romantic. And he also said it's violent. If you can stand blood or violence, don't watch it, he said. Okay, we are going to go with Aquamundo. Let's see.
also reviewed this week is Aquamundo. Aquamundo is no science fiction film. It's based on real scientific research. Filmmaker Hans Schmerling shows the many medical uses of water around the world, from the underwater births of the Sheldrake Islanders to the water cures in Swiss hospitals. Schmerling shows how water can heal the world. While many people may think it's a silly idea, the film argues that it can actually happen. It makes you think about the importance of water. A beautiful film. Don't miss it. Finally,
Edwin, what do you think about Aquamundo? Aquamundo, he said. Edwin Carvajal. No, Edwin. Okay. Let's have you in the waiting room. O sea, no están acá, entonces se pueden quedar en el waiting room. Jocelyn,
Yes,
you want to say something?
yes. He recommends that movie because he says that it talks about the importance of the water and how it can save the world.
Yes, so it's a thought-provoking movie, but he said,
Okay,
right?
yeah.
He
Yes,
said
because
it's wonderful. He said it's beautiful. He
yeah.
used the word beautiful. So we can say it's boring.
No, because he recommends.
Yes, and he didn't talk about violence, right? So
No,
it's something.
it's about the water, I think, and the importance that it has in the world.
Yes, you are right. Thank you, Jocelyn. And the last
Well,
one, wolf babies. Let's hear you. When you pay attention, you can find a lot of adjectives that he uses. Like in the last one, he said beautiful, he said thought-provoking, he said it's a real life situation, and so on. So if we pay attention, we can find some adjectives to use to describe something.
our last film this week is Wolf Babies. Whatever you do, don't take the kids to see this movie. They won't sleep for a week after they see this terrible story about human children captured by wolves. After they capture the children, these animals take them into the woods and change them forever. Then, when the children return to their families, they hunt younger children and capture them for the wolves. Adults will find the story stupid, but children won't forget these bloody, scary scenes for a long time.
What about wolf babies? Is it violent, boring, hilarious, or any
Violent
other?
for the babies.
Very violent.
Violence, right? Do you remember 300? Es los
Yes.
espartanos. Looks like that, right? Do you remember when they take babies or young boys and they gave it to the wolf? And the ones that survive can be warriors, and the ones that didn't, they lost their child. It's something like that. Go ahead, somebody said, Miss. ¿Alguien dijo Miss? No. Okay, that is a violent movie. I don't know if a violent movie can be seen as boring, but sometimes you can get bored with all that violence, right? So se pueden aburrir de tanta violencia. O hay películas que tienen demasiada acción que también aburren, como
Yes,
Rápido y Furioso.
and they don't have a story. It's just violent.
Yes, entonces no hay una historia, no hay una línea, se puede volver aburrida aunque sea violenta, se puede volver aburrida aunque sea de acción. No necesitamos algo alrededor de tanta violencia o de tanta acción para disfrutar, la verdad, y no que no se vuelva aburrida. O hilarious, no, it's not related. Violence can be hilarious. No pueden ustedes encontrar súper divertida la violencia a menos que,
Miss,
ajá,
Y
tell me.
para no hacerla aburrida, lo llevaron al espacio, a
Ajá.
Rápido y Furioso. Lo llevaron hasta el espacio para que no sea tan aburrida.
Esa es la número 10.
No me acuerdo. Van como 23, yo creo.
La del espacio no la he visto, pero sí
Es la
es
última, Miss.
muy larga, la más reciente, ¿no? No sabemos si es la última, pero la más reciente podríamos decir. No la he visto tampoco. Pero es eso, ¿verdad? Se vuelve boring de tanto que le quieren agregar. O
Es que,
como,
Miss,
ajá,
es que yo
ajá,
creo que ahí en esa de Rápido y Furioso se pasan como de irreales. Hay muchas
too
cosas
much, it's
que,
too much, es mucho, ¿verdad?
sí. Entonces yo
Entonces,
creo que por
ajá.
eso se vuelven así como aburridas y no creíbles, pues.
Yes, boring because we don't buy that. No nos la creemos. That is a phrase that you can use. I don't buy it. Buy es comprar, right? Pero no me la creo. En inglés es I don't buy it. No se traduce textualmente, no es no me lo compro. Pero a veces usamos esa frase en español. No me lo compro es que no me está convenciendo, pues I don't buy
Sí,
it. Sí, entonces no le creemos mucho a esas movies. Okay, entonces, as you can see, we use a lot of adjectives to describe movies. So it is important that you have all this vocabulary handy because when you be asked to describe a movie for somebody else, you can use them. We are going to do a last listening activity. Let me see that. Okay, this one. And we are going to take notes. It says complete each statement based on what you heard. So we are going to use the listening.
Listen to the following excerpts from the reviews. Complete each statement based on what you hear. 1.
First up is Popcorn, a new comedy starring David Bodine and Judy Crabb.
2.
So what is the answer for the first one? And you? It's related with a genre. And you what? Sandra? Sandra?
Yes, Miss.
He said, first up is popcorn. Is a new what? It's a genre, a movie genre, he said. Let's listen again. Pay attention, please.
Listen to the following excerpts from the reviews. Complete each statement based on what you hear. 1.
First up is Popcorn, a new comedy starring David Bodine and Judy Crabb.
A new what?
Comedy.
Comedy is a movie genre. And he says the names of the actors, lead actors. Number 2, Carla George. Pay attention. I'm going to take this here. Wait a minute. And then we have here. Okay. Let's see. Number 2. Here.
2. Unfortunately, popcorn is a complete waste of time.
What do you hear? That is a complete waste of
Time.
that is a, thank you, Frank. That is a phrase that you can use when you don't like something and you think it's not worth it. So you can say that is a complete waste of time. Una pérdida completa de tiempo, so you don't watch it. Because sometimes we want to say that. We saw a movie and then we say, no, I didn't like it. Don't waste your time on that one. We're going to listen to the third one here.
3.
Ve?
Our next film.
The Vacation is a well-acted and serious drama. 4.
Wait
I
a
highly
minute,
recommend this
wait a minute.
wonderful film.
¿Para dónde te fuiste?
5. Aquamundo is no science fiction film. It's based on real popcorn, a new comedy starring David Bodine and Judy Crabb. 2. Unfortunately, popcorn is a complete waste of time.
3. Okay, number 3. Right.
3. Our next film, The Vacation, is a well-acted and serious drama.
What kind of movie is that?
Sharing drama.
Serious. Serious.
drama.
It means serio. O sea, when something is like very deep, muy profundo, serious drama. You see, you have some phrases here. In this case, well acted. It means that it's good. And serious drama. And the number 4, he says,
4. I highly recommend this wonderful film.
what he says about this movie.
I highly recommend it.
This wonderful
Film.
film. It's a synonym for a movie, right? You can say film, you can say movie, and it's the same. But a film is like more serious, but it's the same. I highly recommend it. You can say I highly recommend it when you want somebody to watch it, to enjoy it as you did. So you say I highly recommend it. Or I strongly, you can say also, you also can say I strongly recommend you. Or the opposite, you can say I strongly don't recommend you that movie because you don't want them to watch it. Like we have a movie here, I don't remember the name. Some movies, some local movies, we have local movies and some of them are better than others. El artista no. Ay, hay una película hondureña, me acuerdo el nombre, but I highly don't recommend. Pero se me olvidó el nombre. Es como de no, esa es comedy, es una que es como un mago, un hombre es un mago, un papá soltero. Es así, aburridísimo, pero no me acuerdo el nombre para no recomendárselo. Number
Tan
5.
aburrida que ni el nombre se acuerda.
Pero sí me acuerdo que solo mi esposo y yo estábamos en esa sala. Nobody else. Pues, no hay mucho apoyo para el cine local, pero precisamente por eso, porque they don't produce good movies or good stories, right? Because we go to the movies because of the story. Let's hear the next.
5. Aquamundo is no science fiction film. It's based on real scientific research. 6.
What did he say about Aquamundo is no? What? He said
It's not science fiction.
yes, it's not a science fiction film, right? So But he said something else. Let's hear again.
I highly recommend this wonderful film. 5.
5.
Aquamundo is no science fiction film.
Science fiction. We have 2 lines here. Film, movie, right? It's not. So it means it's real. So we have to pay attention. It's based on a real scientific research, as La Falla de San Andrea, as the Glading said. Number 6.
It's based on real scientific research. 6. A beautiful film. Don't miss it.
What about the number 6? What he says?
Beautiful.
Beautiful film.
Don't miss it. No se la pierda. That it's something that you can say, a beautiful, a wonderful, an amazing film. That are some synonyms that you can use. Don't miss it. So don't miss it it means go and watch it. That is a recommendation. And number 7.
7. Adults will find the story stupid, but children won't forget these bloody, scary scenes for a
What about number 7?
Stupid.
Stupid, right? So it means that it's ridiculous. You can also use ridiculous. But children won't forget this. We already used this word, vocabulary. Bloody. It means a lot of blood. Scary scenes for a long time because of in a baby mind, it can be too much. So it is not a children movie. That's why we have ages to watch a movie. So from 13 plus and so on. Okay. Let's see on time. Okay. I think we are done for today. We had a review using the present perfect tense, and then we have some activities to learn how to describe a movie, because that's the things that you are going to need for the oral exam. So we are going to start right away because you are a lot of people here. We have 30 people here and you are 39. 9 are missing. I hope they come when it's the time, because you need to take your exam today. So we are going to start and I'm going to call you, and then you have to be ready, and then you answer the question, and that's it. It's going to take like 2 or 3 minutes, 5 tops. And how we are going to do this, like, ok, lo voy a mandar a todos a la sala de espera y van a ir entrando de acuerdo a su turno cuando lo llame. Entonces, ¿alguna pregunta antes de comenzar?
Vale 30 puntos, ¿verdad? ¿O cuánto?
10.
No, 10. En total son 30 los 3, ¿verdad?
Yes.
Bien.
Only one today. We are going to have one, and it's 10 points from 100. ¿Otra pregunta? We're
Miss,
fine?
¿usted da preguntas o nosotros vamos a hablar, por ejemplo, de una
You'll see.
película?
You'll see. Ya
Ah,
verán.
vaya, pues.
I'm going to ask questions and you are going to answer that questions, and that's it. Because it's oral, so I need you to talk. I need you to have a camera on and a microphone on. Cámara y micrófono encendido. Tienen que hablar, es un examen oral. 2 o 3 minutos, 5 máximo. Es mucho 5. Okay, so that's it. We are going to start. And I will call you by name. So, los voy a mandar todos a la sala de espera y de ahí comenzamos. Estén pendientes. Si Si no están, entonces pierden su turno, no podemos repetir, y están. De hecho, voy a tomar la foto de la asistencia antes, so open your camera, so we can take attendance, and then we are going to start. Porque si no, vamos a estar aquí toda la mañana. Rebeca, Catherine, Josué, Cristian.
Present,
Jimmy.
Miss.
Cámaras on. Jimmy. Ajá. Y we are missing Cristel. You're the only one missing. Ok. Rebeca, no se ve su face. Porque se mire ahí. Ajá. Francis tampoco. No la miro. Francis Duarte. Solo la mitad. Ok. Frank, no lo veo tampoco. La mala iluminación. No se ve quién es usted. Ujú. Ok. Yes, only Frank is missing. Lesbia. No la miro. Ahí sí, Frank. Perfect. Ajá. Ok. Let's see. Smile for the camera. Let's take a picture. Wait a minute. I'm going to. Where is it? It's here. Wait a minute. And zoom in. Rápido. Ok. Estamos listos entonces. 2, 3 minutos y ya están despachados. Los voy a tener en la sala de espera y yo
Miss,
los dejo entrar. Dígame, Melanie.
yo solo le quería pedir un favor. Fíjese que es que yo estoy teniendo problemas de conexión. No sé si se fijo que cada rato me salgo, entro, porque no sé si es la red. Entonces, sí le agradecería que pudiera ser yo de los primeros para no, porque si me salgo y después no puedo entrar, entonces para pensar que es que no estaba pendiente del examen.
No sé ni sucede. Escriban su
Eh,
sede primero, su sede y su nombre. Dunia, no sé, Alicia. Too many
yo soy
people.
de
Son
San Pedro
40.
Sula.
Son 40. Pongan su sede y su nombre. Solo de algunos de los que más participa. Jimmy, yo sé que es de Tegucigalpa. Aminta es de Tegucigalpa. Jennifer, I know. Sí, ya sé también. Ok, entonces voy a cerrar la sesión y entren todos y ahí van a quedar en la sala de espera. Y los voy a dejar en